Good morning, grade 5.
Good morning, Miss.
Hi, guys. So we're waiting for people to join, and then we'll start. Again, we're doing grammar for the first session, okay? So that you know what that means. The language arts textbook, practice workbook, and your notebook.
Miss,
Yes,
at
dear.
Sunday we will have a quiz,
On
reading
Sunday,
quiz.
we will not have a reading quiz.
Okay.
Unless you want a reading quiz.
No, please.
Where are the rest of you? Okay, everybody have their book?
Miss,
Yes?
what now we will use?
Okay, I told you language arts textbook, practice workbook, and your notebook.
Okay.
All right, but we're just waiting for more to join. Okay, if anyone could please just send a message to let everyone know that we have started. Someone can send on your class group. Thank you.
Miss, do we have to write our names in the chat?
Yes, dear, you're going to write your names in the chat, but I was waiting to tell everyone at once, but more people
Okay.
aren't joining. Go ahead, guys, and write your name in the chat box. In the chat box. Please write your name in the chat box if you are here. And then be sure to open page 282 in your textbook so that we can start right away. All right, some of you haven't written your names yet. I don't see Hamid, I don't see Amgad. Guys, write your name in the chat box. Malak, Danahi, Abdurrahman Ahmed. Still, I haven't seen your name. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
today
we're sorry.
we're going to... Yeah, I got it, dear. Okay, so today we're going to do a lesson called Common Errors with Adjectives. What are common errors? These are common mistakes that we make regularly. Okay. All right. So we're on page 282 at the top. Writers often use adjectives to compare two or more people, places, things, or ideas. Yet sometimes make mistakes when they use adjectives that compare. This chart shows two errors that writers make when comparing with adjectives. Notice how each mistake can be corrected. So what are we doing today? Today we're looking at what we should not do, okay, so that we can understand these mistakes that we make. All right, so we're looking at the mistakes to understand what we should do correctly. Okay, this chart
Okay.
shows two errors that writers make when comparing with adjectives. Notice how each mistake can be corrected. Using ER or EST instead of more or most, I read the interestingest book about China. We know, of course, this is incorrect. Who can tell me why?
Raise your hand. Yes.
Yeah, raise your hand, guys, on the screen. Yes, Hamr.
Because he put ER or EST, I didn't hear, in the word interesting. And interesting is more than 2 syllables.
Excellent. Interesting. Is how many
So we need
syllables?
in, enter, int,
Interesting. 4
4,
syllables.
I think.
4, exactly. So it must,
So we put
it,
more or
it
most.
should be more or most. That's right. Okay, so the correct sentence would be, I read the most interesting book about China. Okay, and here's another example using ER, EST with more or most. So here, this is another mistake that people do. They use both ER or EST and either
It's
more
only
or
one we
most.
need
It's
to
only
use.
one. We can never have more and ER or most and EST. So
EST.
here, China is more older than Japan. Okay, so I have heard this in my classes. I have heard common mistakes. If the word is small, we must add only ER or EST. You cannot use more or most. Okay, so it is incorrect to say China is more older than Japan. I have also heard a lot people say my brother is more bigger than me. We cannot
Yes.
say more bigger, right? Only bigger. Okay, so here China is older than Japan. This is correct. At the bottom here we have the rules. This is just to refresh your memory. For most short adjectives, we add ER to compare two nouns and EST to compare more than two. It says for most adjectives. So remember, guys, I told you there are exceptions. And how do we know when we should use ER or EST or when we should use more or most? If you do not know, and it is 2 syllables, so you are confused because we said sometimes we use more, sometimes we use ER for 2 syllables. You can use a dictionary. Okay?
A dictionary.
Yeah. So
Okay.
use an online dictionary. Type in, for example, interestinger. What will it tell you? Did you mean more interesting? So it will correct it for you. Okay.
Yeah.
For long adjectives, use more to compare two nouns and most to compare more than two. Okay, we know this. Remember, when an adjective ends in E, we drop the final E before adding ER or EST. So this is also a mistake people might make. When it ends in an E, we drop it and add ER or EST. We do not add an extra E. Okay, guys, please, the chat is used for your names. Do not send smiley faces. Do not pay attention, okay? Pay attention, guys. Okay, so when an adjective ends in a single vowel and a consonant, we double the consonant before adding ER or EST. Like, for example, let's see, like wet, for example, okay? It ends in a vowel and
T.
then a consonant. Yeah, so
Consonant.
we're going to double the T, okay? Wetter or wettest, okay? And the last rule is, remember when an adjective ends in a consonant and Y, we've changed the Y to
Change the
I
Y to
before
I.
adding ER or EST. What's an example of this? Tiny, okay? Dry, all right? In these cases, we will remove the Y and put I and then ER or EST depending on the sentence, okay?
Miss, but if it's the word play, we don't change the Y to
Is
I.
play an adjective? Here
No.
we're talking about adjectives only. Okay, adjectives are words that describe nouns. Play doesn't describe a noun.
Miss, but why doesn't
But
they
what is
write
it? What
with
is an
the Y as
example
it is?
of? What is an example of an adjective here? So we have. You said play. Play is a verb, right? But the adjective
Yes.
is playful. Okay, so playful, for example, can we say playfuler, playfulest?
No.
It will be
No. More
more
playful.
playful or most playful. Okay, yes, Abdurrahman, what was your question here?
Why does every time in any word we drop the Y and change it to I?
This is a rule. It's a rule.
Just a
Okay,
rule?
just a rule. It's one of the easier rules.
Okay.
Okay, so in part A, we're going to write the adjective that compares in each sentence. So just tell me what the adjective is here. We're going to identify. Okay, I'm going
We
to
write it
go.
in our notebook.
We're going to write in our notebook, yes. Okay, so number 1, China is the world's largest country in population. Shlok, what is the adjective here?
Yes, miss. China is the world's largest country in population. Largest.
Largest. Thank you. Amr, number 2.
Okay. Um, it it's also the third biggest country in size. Biggest.
Thank you. Tanahi.
Okay. Its civilization is also the oldest in the world. Oldest.
Very good.
Miss Hiri is talking about China.
Here he is talking about China, yes.
So
Okay,
Miss
kid.
China,
Yes, dear.
China isn't. I think China is the second biggest country, not the third.
I'm not sure, honestly.
Because when I see the map, I saw Russia first and then China.
I'm not sure, dear. I really don't know. Okay, maybe you can look and let me know. All right. Next class. Look in the break. Okay. Number 4. Kinsey.
In China, it is easier to travel on rivers than on the roads. Easier.
Aysel.
With features such as dikes make the river more predictable. More predictable.
Very good. Thank you, dear. Okay, in the next section, we're going to write the sentence and choose the correct form of the adjective in parentheses. You can just write the correct adjective. Okay,
Yes.
number 6. Yes, Reem?
How many sessions?
2.
Oh,
We have 2 every day.
yes.
Okay.
All right. Yasin Hisham, number 1.
Yes.
Sorry, number 6. I'm sorry. Number 6. So the first one in part B, number 6.
The Chang is China's longest river.
Longest river. Very good. Thank you. Abdurrahman Ahmed, number 7. Are you there?
Still opening.
Okay.
I will answer number 8, okay?
Okay, you don't have your book yet? Okay. See, Esir, number 7.
Miss, can I answer number 7?
I'm waiting to see those. I'm unmuting. Okay, go ahead, Aday.
The inland waterways are most important than roads. More important.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay,
Miss,
number
number
8.
8 is so easy.
Abdurrahman Ahmed.
Who is talking?
Ways are is
I can't hear you, dear.
you can hear me. This waterways are island. China is most important.
Okay, the answer, yes, is most important. Very good. Okay, the
Miss,
sentence.
I didn't hear him.
I didn't hear him read the sentence. I only heard most. I think he has a bad connection. Okay, no problem. The sentence is, these waterways are inland China's importantest or most important means of transportation.
There is nothing called importance.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see who's next. Habiba? Don't draw on the screen. Who is this? Abdurrahman? Guys, it shows to me. It shows to me who's drawing on the screen.
Yes, miss.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that.
It's okay. It's okay, dear.
Yes, miss.
Okay, number 9, Habiba.
Okay. Railroads eventually became more useful than China's Grand Canal.
Very good. Thank you. Number 10,
You're welcome.
Malak. All right. Number 10, Yassine Douini.
Yes, miss. Yes.
Can you answer number 10?
Okay. Number 10. The Grand Canal is larger than any other artificial waterway in the world. Larger.
Larger.
Miss, it need to be largest.
It says is blank than any other artificial waterway in the world. The
Yes,
Grand
so-
Canal is, if we have then, it must be larger. Larger than, what is it comparing? It's comparing, you think here that it's comparing all of them in the world, right? So it should be more,
Yes.
it's comparing more than 3. But actually here it's comparing each one by itself. Like for example, the Grand Canal is larger than any other artificial waterway in the world. Okay, so it's comparing it to any other one. Okay, not more than one. Do you understand?
Yes.
Any other one waterway. So it's comparing that waterway to the Grand
Any other
Canal.
one.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So number 10 is larger. Next, we're going to write the correct form of the adjective in parentheses. So here, strong, you're going to write it in the correct form. Sadet, can you answer number 11?
Yes. China has one of the blank governments in the world. Strongest.
Strongest governments in the world. Thank you. Number 12, Amgad. All right, 12, Hamid. Number 12, Kenzie.
Yes. are among the world's busiest.
Busiest, very good. Are among the world's busiest. Thank you. Number 13. Amr?
Yes, miss, but a second. Okay. Number 13.
Yeah.
Years ago, the Great Wall of China made the country most difficult of all to invent. Most difficult.
Okay, thank you. Most difficult of all to invade. So it's difficult to get into China since they built the Great Wall of
Great
China.
Wall.
That's right.
So, miss, why they build it?
Why did they? To keep out enemies.
Only?
Friend, right?
Yeah. All right, number 14, Shlok.
Yes, miss. That change.
Did you mute yourself by mistake?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The answer is more.
The answer is more powerful. Very good. The Tang dynasty was more powerful than the Shang dynasty. And ISIL number 15.
Chinese Earth is among the world. Beautiful.
Beautifulest,
No, not beautiful.
most beautiful. Okay, beautiful is too many syllables. Most beautiful. Thank you. All right, guys, everybody write these?
Yes.
Everybody wrote the answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on now to the practice workbook. All right,
Miss, I love the practice workbook because it's
Yeah.
easy.
easy. This is also
Yes.
easy.
Yeah,
We do it
didn't like
together.
it.
All right, language arts practice book.
Miss, now we will
Page.
get the language art
Yeah, get the
practice.
language arts practice. Yes, page 62. All right, 1 minute. Go
Yes.
get your book and we will begin.
Miss, I have it. Here, page 62. Miss, the noun is comparative and superlative. Yes.
Sorry, guys, I was muted. Yes, comparative and superlative. These are the names of an adjective that compares between two things. This is comparative, and superlative is 3 or more. Not
Miss, the
superlative,
one that asked you the
superlative.
question,
What, dear?
the one that asked you the question, he was lagging a little bit.
Oh, okay. Okay, everybody on the page?
Yes.
Okay, how about we start with... All right, do you need me to read the rules again? I'll read them quickly. For most short adjectives, ER. Okay, to compare two nouns, and EST to compare more than two. This means 3 or more. For long adjectives, here are the two examples. Mars is smaller than the Earth. The Sun is the largest body in the solar system. For long adjectives, though, we use more to compare two nouns and most to compare 3 or more. The Earth's moon is more massive. We can't say massiver, massivist. This is wrong, more massive. Astronomy is one of the most interesting of all the sciences. Okay, so part A, again, guys, raise your hands if you would like to answer. Okay, how about we start with Reem, number 1. I haven't heard you today. Reem? Are you there, dear?
Yeah. Pluto is the smallest planet in the solar system. Smallest.
Smallest. Very good. The smallest planet in all of the solar system. Thank you. I said smaller than the smallest. Smaller than, smallest than all of the planets in the solar system. The answer is smallest. Thank you. All right, number 2, Mamdouh.
You will
Miss, can you hear me right now?
I can hear you.
Pluto is also the more frigid or most frigid planet circling the sun. Most frigid.
Most frigid. Very good. All right, number 3, Oday.
Jupiter is the most massive of all the planets in the solar system. Most massive.
Most
Massive.
massive. Very good. Number 4, Malak. Okay, guys, I've said so many times, if you come on and join the meeting and you are present throughout, but you do not answer when I call on you, or you do not participate, then this means you are not in the meeting. Okay, you cannot come and write your name in the attendance and then not answer when I call on you. And
Miss,
those of you
some
who tell
people
me
do
I
like
don't have
this.
connection, if you don't have connection, then it would have kicked you out of the meeting. So as long as you are here, you have connection. You must participate. Okay, Asir, number 4. All right.
Miss, one time I slept in your session and my sister.
On Mars are more extreme than those on Earth. More extreme.
More extreme. Thank you, Asir. Okay.
Miss, can I
Habiba?
answer the rest?
Yes, Miss. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. Closest.
Sorry.
What is the answer here?
Waiting because I lost.
Closest.
It's okay. Thank you. Okay, next part.
Miss?
We're going to, yes?
Miss Hanan.
Yes, dear.
The closest mean the thing that we put in it in our clothes. How it means close?
No, what this
It what?
isn't closet. This is closest. Look at the difference. It's not closet. There's an S, closest.
Oh,
You can
I
hear me.
didn't see that.
I can hear you, yes. Okay, Tanahi, can you answer number 6?
Okay, the sun is immense object in the solar system. Most immense.
Most immense. Thank you. All right, here, if I want you guys to write the sentences, please.
Okay.
All right, the sun is the most immense object in the solar system. Thank you. Next, Yasin Douini.
Yes.
Number
The
7.
sun is
The sun is much larger than the planet Jupiter, the largest planet. The sun is much larger than the planet Jupiter.
Okay, much larger than, sorry, yeah, it's much larger than the planet
Yes.
Jupiter, the largest planet. Okay, number 8. Yasin Hisham?
The sun's gravitational force is the strongest in the solar system.
Strongest.
Yeah.
All right. The sun's gravitational force is the strongest in the solar system. Okay, number 9. Kenzie?
The sun is also the brightest object in the solar system. Brightest.
Thank you. Is also the brightest object in the solar system. Okay, thank you. And number 10. Number 10. Let's see, who has been quiet today? Mamdouh? Did you answer?
Yes.
Okay, who didn't answer in the practice workbook? Amgad?
Miss, I just joined.
You just joined.
In the practice book.
Okay. All right, do you have your practice book?
Yes.
No, I mean Amgad. Amgad, do you have your practice book?
I'm going to get it now.
Okay, dear, but you didn't just join because I didn't add anyone to the meeting. So you've been here. Maybe there's a problem with connection. Okay, Alday, can you answer number 10?
Yes. The sun is important to Earth than moon. More important.
Very good. The sun is more important to Earth than the moon. Okay, everybody done?
Yes.
No.
Okay. 2 minutes, finish writing.
electron.
Yes.
I don't know. And I don't know when I use ER and EST.
You don't know when you use ER instead of EST? Okay,
No,
when we are comparing two things, we use ER or we use more, depending on if it is a smaller adjective, if it is 1 syllable or sometimes 2 syllables, we use ER. Okay?
I know.
We
Miss,
use, sorry,
like
we use
number 6, you say most amendments.
immense.
And
We can't say immense or immensest. Here, I'll tell you. You don't. You
large, you say larger.
okay? Because it says the sun is larger than. Oh, you don't understand when we use more and when we use er. You mean? You don't understand when we choose to use more or most, or if we just add er or est, right? Is this what you mean?
Like I know most and more. Like I do not know the ER and EST.
Okay. So it depends on the adjective. That's why I told you there are some adjectives, if it is one syllable, okay, so if it is a very short word, if it's one syllable, then always we add er, okay? If it is 3 syllables or more, then always we add, sorry guys, I'm confused. If it is 3 syllables, then we must add more or most, okay? 3 syllables or more, we must always use more or most, okay? If it is shorter, then we use er or est. But are you asking me if I'm not sure if you're confused between
Miss,
er and
I
est
understand him.
and
I
then
understand
more and
him.
most, or you don't know when we use er, or when you don't understand the difference between comparative and superlative.
Confused
No,
between
Miss.
Comparative is 2. We're comparing 2 things. We are comparing Abdurrahman to Khalid, okay?
Mm.
So you can say Abdurrahman is a faster runner than Khalid. Okay, the key word is than. Okay, which shows us that we are comparing between two nouns.
People.
Okay, and here if we say Abdurrahman is faster than Khalid, then we use er. This is why we add er to it. But if you say Abdurrahman is the fastest boy in his class, fastest, you are comparing, this becomes superlative, you're comparing Abdurrahman to all of the
because you
people
say
in the class.
plus is more than is three or more than
Most is syllables. It's 3 or more syllables.
more
For example, like what is a syllable? A syllable is, for example, Abdurrahman. Your name has 4 syllables. My name is only 2. Okay, Amr is 1 syllable. Aisil 2 syllables. Kenzi 2 syllables. This is how we know. Okay?
Yes, I have only 1 syllable. Oh my god.
You have 1 syllable, yes. And Shlok also.
Yes.
Okay, so all right, so this is how we know. If the adjective has 3 syllables or more, then automatically it is more or most. If it has 1 syllable and sometimes 2, then we add er and est. But again, guys, I told you there are some that not all of them follow a rule. So if you are confused about an adjective, look it up, okay? And if it is incorrect, then Google will correct it for you. It will say, did you mean this? And it will show you the correct
Miss,
comparative or superlative form. Yes. Is that clear for
but
you,
when you
Abdurrahman?
said
Yes.
when you said Amr is 1 syllable, and you said Abdurrahman is 4 syllables, we
Yes.
can't if it even was if it
No, dear, I'm not saying these are not adjectives, but he asked me what a syllable is. So I told
I
him,
know.
I was
He was
explaining what a
asking
syllable
what a
is.
syllable or what an adjective.
No, what's a
I thought
syllable?
you
He
said
was no,
thought
I
you said
understood he was asking what a syllable is. Okay, so look at here we have smallest, small. We have small. Small here is 1 syllable. This is why we add er or est. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. So the meeting is going to end in 1 minute. Please join again at 9:25. Okay, for our second meeting. 9:25. Yes.
Miss,
Yes, dear.
the spelling sheet that you give us and it's due on Thursday.
Yes.
It's so easy now.
The one that I put
Miss, what we will do in the next session?
reading. We will read in the small reading book in the
Story?
reading writing workshop. Yes. And you also need your turn
Okay.
practice.
Miss, I read the story yesterday. It was funny.
This the
All right,
second
dear.
session?
The second session will start 9:25 and the meeting will shut off now. Okay,
Miss,
join
which
again.
books? Which books?
I will tell you at the beginning of the session again. Reading writing workshop and your
Your turn.
practice book. Yes.